All right, so let's dive into this. Artificial intelligence, AI.
Hmm.
It's really not some, far off vision of the future anymore, is it?
Not at all.
I mean, think about it. That alarm that wakes you up, maybe the way your map app uh, reroutes you around a sudden traffic jam.
Yeah, or the shows your streaming service suggests.
Exactly. It seems to know what you'll want to watch next. It's really woven into, well, pretty much everything we do, from morning till night.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how subtle it often is. It's not usually like flashy robots walking around.
Right.
It's more this underlying intelligence just quietly making things work better.
Totally. And that's exactly what we want to unpack in this deep dive. We've looked at a bunch of different sources, all exploring how AI is, actively shaping our daily routines. We're
Hmm.
talking communication, entertainment, healthcare, how we get around, our homes, even finance and education. It's everywhere.
And our goal here really is to kind of cut through the noise. There's so much talk about AI. Sometimes it's just overwhelming.
Yeah, can be.
So we want to give you a clearer picture of how it's already part of your life right now, and maybe touch on some surprising ways it might evolve.
Hopefully uncovering some things you hadn't really thought about before. So let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
Where should we start? Maybe something really fundamental like communication. How's AI changing how we, well, connect?
Okay, yeah. Well, one of the most obvious ways is probably chatbots and virtual assistants.
Like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant,
Like
those.
exactly. Or even those little help windows that pop up on websites.
Right.
They use something called natural language processing, NLP.
NLP, right.
Basically, it's about teaching computers to understand not just the words you say, but like the meaning behind them, the intent.
So they can actually respond in a helpful way.
Precisely. And they're getting better,
Hmm.
moving beyond simple answers to actually managing tasks for you, controlling smart home stuff, giving you instant support.
It is kind of like having a super efficient assistant always on call, though maybe a bit too literal sometimes.
Huh. Yeah, sometimes. But it's not just about talking to our devices, is it? Think about language barriers.
Oh, yeah, translation. That's huge.
It really is. AI-powered translation tools now. They use machine learning, and they're just worlds better than they used to be. Much more nuanced, context-aware.
So it's genuinely breaking down barriers for like travel or international business.
Absolutely. Makes communication smoother, collaboration easier across different languages.
Hmm.
It's really helping connect the world.
That's a massive change. And what about something we probably take for granted, email, the sheer volume of it?
Yes. Spam filters and phishing detection
AI handles that.
heavily relies on it. These sophisticated filters use AI algorithms to look at everything, the content, who sent it, weird patterns to figure out what's junk or, potentially dangerous.
So it saves us time and keeps us safer, basically.
Exactly. It's like a silent guardian for our inbox, letting us focus on what actually matters.
Okay, so AI is really changing how we talk to tech, talk to each other, and even how we filter out the noise. Let's shift gears. Maybe something a bit more fun. Entertainment.
Oh, definitely. Personalization is king here.
You mean like Netflix or Spotify recommendations?
Precisely. Those platforms use AI algorithms, analyzing everything you watch or listen to, your ratings, what you skip.
Creepy, but useful.
Yeah. Based on all that, they predict what else you'll like. They serve up personalized suggestions to keep you engaged, maybe help you discover new things. It's like a personal curator for your downtime.
And they're getting scarily good at it sometimes. Oh, you watched that obscure documentary. Here's 5 more.
Right. And it goes deeper than just genre. They're analyzing pacing, mood, even the emotional arc of stuff you like.
Wow. Okay. And it's not just consuming content, right? What about video games?
Yeah, games are a huge area for AI. Think about the non-player characters, the NPCs.
The ones the computer controls.
Right. AI makes them behave much more realistically now. They react to what you do in the game, they adapt, maybe they even remember past interactions.
So it feels less like they're just following a script.
Exactly. It makes the game world feel more alive, more immersive. Plus, AI is used for procedural content generation,
Meaning?
meaning the game can actually create parts of itself, levels, environments, maybe even little story bits on the fly. So each playthrough can feel, well, unique.
That's incredible. Like the game is evolving as you play. And what about AI actually creating art or music? We hear about that more now.
Yeah, that's a really fast-moving field. Technologies like GANs, generative adversarial networks.
Right. Heard of those.
So basically, you have two AIs competing. One tries to make realistic art, the other tries to tell if it's fake,
Mm-hmm.
and they both get better and better.
Pushing each other to improve.
Exactly. That, combined with deep learning, means AI can now generate art Music.
Ah.
That's surprisingly complex. Sometimes you can't easily tell it wasn't made by a human.
Wild. Is it just a gimmick, or are artists actually using this?
Oh, they're definitely exploring it. Using AI as a collaborator, a tool, a source of inspiration, it's starting to blur the lines, finding uses in all sorts of creative industries.
Fascinating stuff. Okay, let's pivot again. Something really crucial. Our health. How's AI impacting healthcare?
This is where AI has the potential for some really profound changes.
Hmm.
Think about diagnosis and treatment.
How so?
Well, machine learning algorithms can analyze massive amounts of medical data patient records,
Hmm.
scans like X-rays or MRIs, even genetic info.
And find patterns humans might miss.
Potentially, yes. It can help doctors detect diseases earlier, maybe more accurately, and develop treatment plans that are really tailored to the individual patient.
Personalized medicine, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just about diagnosis speed. Sometimes AI can spot really subtle things in images, like early signs of cancer, that are hard for the human eye to catch.
That could be a genuine game changer for early detection. What about all those wearable fitness trackers everyone seems to have?
Good point. Those are increasingly using AI too. They track your vitals, sleep, activity,
Mm.
and the AI algorithms analyze that data over time. They give you personalized insights, maybe suggest ways to improve your health,
Like a little health coach on your wrist.
sort of. And they can sometimes spot deviations from your normal patterns that might indicate a potential issue, prompting you to maybe see a doctor. It's about being proactive.
Proactive feedback, yeah. And I know drug discovery is usually a super long and expensive process. Is AI helping there?
Absolutely. It's accelerating things significantly.
Hmm.
AI models can predict how likely a potential drug candidate is to succeed, analyze complex molecular interactions.
So finding promising leads faster.
Yes, and even identifying new potential targets for drugs that maybe weren't considered before. Plus, it helps optimize clinical trials, selecting the right patients, monitoring data more effectively. It can really cut down the time and cost to get new medicines approved.
That's really impressive progress. Okay, shifting from our bodies to how we move around. Transportation. Big changes there too, right?
Huge changes. The most talked about is probably autonomous vehicles. Self-driving cars,
Still feels a bit sci-fi, but getting closer.
definitely closer. They use this whole array of sensors, cameras, LiDAR, radar, plus really advanced machine learning to, see the world and navigate safely.
And the potential benefits are.
Well, huge potential to reduce accidents caused by human error. Also, potentially more efficient traffic flow and better mobility for people who can't drive themselves.
Makes sense. What about the traffic we deal with every day? That congestion?
AI is working on that too. Smart
Yeah.
traffic management systems.
Like traffic lights that adjust themselves.
Exactly. They use real-time data from sensors and cameras to analyze traffic flow and change the light timings dynamically. The goal is to reduce bottlenecks, keep things moving smoother. It can also help detect accidents faster for quicker emergency response.
Anything to make the commute less painful is welcome. And the apps we use for rides or directions, Uber, Lyft, Google Maps,
Oh yeah, heavily reliant on AI. Matching riders with drivers efficiently, calculating the best routes based on current traffic, giving you those ETAs.
it's all AI behind the scenes.
Pretty much. They're constantly analyzing tons of data traffic patterns, user feedback, to tweak their algorithms and make the service better, faster, more accurate.
So the app getting you from A to B has a lot of intelligence under the hood.
Definitely. And speaking under the hood, AI is even getting into vehicle maintenance,
How does that work?
predictive maintenance. Cars have tons of sensors now.
Yeah.
AI monitors all that data, engine temperature, oil pressure, vibrations, everything.
And it looks for signs of trouble.
Exactly. It tries to predict when a specific part might be likely to fail before it actually breaks down.
Right.
Then it can recommend proactive maintenance.
So fewer surprise breakdowns, maybe save some money on repairs.
That's the idea. Keep the car running longer and more reliably.
That's a really smart application. Okay, let's bring it home. Literally, AI in our houses, smart homes.
Yep, home automation is another big one. AI is being built into more and more devices, thermostats, lights, even appliances.
And they learn your routines.
Yeah, they learn your preferences, your habits, and they automatically adjust settings for comfort and energy efficiency. Your smart thermostat learns when you like it cooler or warmer and just does it.
So the house kind of anticipates what you need.
That's the goal. And those voice assistants we talked about earlier, they're often the central hub for controlling all this.
Right, telling Alexa or Google to turn on the lights or play music.
Exactly. Using that natural language processing, again, it makes controlling your home environment really intuitive. And it's a huge benefit for accessibility, too, for people with disabilities.
That's a really important point. And I guess all this smart tech can help save energy and maybe make homes more secure.
For sure. AI can analyze your energy usage patterns and suggest ways to cut back or even automate some of it. For security, AI and cameras can get better at spotting unusual activity, telling the difference between, say, a delivery person and someone suspicious, and alerting you faster.
So it's smarter, more efficient, safer homes. Okay, let's talk money, finance. How's AI changing things there?
Big impact in finance. Automated trading is one major area.
Algorithms doing the buying and selling.
Yeah. AI algorithms analyze huge amounts of market data, identify trends, and execute trades super fast, often faster than humans could. It's argued it can improve market efficiency.
Wow. And for us regular folks, our personal finances.
Personal finance apps are getting smarter with AI. They can help automate your budgeting, track spending, analyze where your money's going.
And even give investment advice.
Some do, yeah, based on your goals and how much risk you're comfortable with. It's kind of like having a mini financial advisor on your phone.
Handy. And I keep running into chatbots when I deal with my bank online.
Very common now. AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants handle a lot of basic customer service inquiries, 24/7. Behind the scenes, AI is also used for things like credit scoring, loan approvals, making those processes faster.
Interesting. Okay, what about learning, education? How's AI impacting schools and students?
Starting to enable more personalized learning, adaptive learning platforms are a key example.
How do they work?
They use AI to figure out how well a student is grasping the material. Then they adjust the lessons, the content, the difficulty, the pace to fit that specific student's needs.
So it's not one size fits all anymore.
That's the goal. To make learning more effective by tailoring it to the individual, it can really help students who are struggling or those who are ready to move faster.
Makes sense. And with so much online learning happening.
AI powers a lot of the tools there too. Video conferencing features, collaboration tools, even automating things like taking attendance. It can help make remote learning feel more interactive and engaging.
And I've heard about AI tutors.
Yeah, personalized tutoring systems. They use AI to offer one-on-one help, give customized practice exercises based on where a student needs work, and provide specific feedback. It's like having a virtual tutor available anytime.
That could be incredibly helpful. Is it also helping teachers with their workload?
It can, yeah. Streamlining administrative stuff, like helping with grading certain types of assignments, managing schedules. The idea is to free up teachers' time so they can focus more on actual teaching and interacting with students.
Okay, lots of potential there. Now let's look ahead a bit. What's coming next? What are the emerging AI trends we should watch?
Oh, things are moving fast. Quantum computing is one area that could potentially solve problems that are just impossible for current computers.
Really complex stuff.
Exactly. Natural language processing keeps getting better, so our interactions with AI should become even more, well, natural and nuanced.
Less clunky?
Hopefully. Those generative adversarial networks, the GANs we mentioned for art, they're getting incredibly sophisticated for creating all sorts of content. And then there's edge computing.
Edge computing.
Yeah, basically processing data on the device itself, or very close to it, instead of sending it all to the cloud. It's faster, more efficient, and crucial for things like self-driving cars or complex IoT devices that need quick responses.
So faster, more powerful, more creative AI. Sounds like the pace isn't slowing down.
Not at all.
So looking back at everything we've discussed, communication, entertainment, health, transport, home, finance, education. What are the big overarching themes here?
Well, a few things really stand out. First, AI is definitely making a lot of routine tasks easier, smoother, more convenient across the board.
Streamlining things.
Right. Second, personalization is huge. AI is tailoring experiences just for you, from your movie queue to your health advice to how you learn.
Making things more relevant.
Exactly. Third, there's a big theme of enhanced efficiency in how we communicate, manage traffic, run businesses, even how healthcare operates, thanks to automation and data analysis. And maybe surprisingly, AI is also boosting creativity, not just consuming it, but helping generate art, music, even aiding in scientific discovery.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, it really sounds like AI is much, much more integrated into our daily lives than we might even consciously realize.
Absolutely. It's often invisible, working in the background.
But it's there, making things more convenient, more efficient, more personalized.
That's a great summary. From the moment your smart alarm goes off to the recommendations you get at the end of the day, AI is kind of quietly shaping that whole experience.
Right. So here's a final thought then for you listening. Thinking about all these different ways AI touches your day, which one do you think has actually had the biggest impact on your life so far? And looking forward, what future AI development are you most curious or maybe even a little bit worried about?
Definitely something to think about as we all navigate this world that's getting smarter in some ways every day.